Hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout settlement builds. And today I took a little bit of inspiration from the Fallout TV show. Now, spoiler warning ahead, this build is based on the TV show. Now, the town of Ivanpah was built in 2295, which was a year before the show. Now, this build is set after the events of New Vegas. This is the Courier's Rest Saloon. It was built up in remembrance of the Courier, wherever he may be these days. Obviously, with it being a Western themed saloon, I wanted to capture that cowboy aesthetic, so to speak. Even on the outside, you've got a couple of shops and buildings. But it's a little town. I wanted to go for a Western theme, and so obviously I had to include a blacksmith. That building to the left there is a boarding house. It's like a rundown house. That's where a lot of the poor people stay, let's just say. Here is my trade post. So here there's the sign to New Vegas right there. This is where NCR goods come in and out of the settlement, and they usually transport people to and from different Californian territory. And in my headcanon, the Legion were destroyed. They lost the battle at Hoover Dam, and Mr. House and the NCR ended up joining forces and working together. And ever since the destruction of Shady Sands, Nevada has become with it being so close to California, it's quite a prominent NCR territory. Here is a store that I took inspiration from Stalker. I think it's one of the first Stalker games. There's a guy behind a bar, and it's behind a fenced off gun area. So I took inspiration from that. Maybe you understand what I'm saying. Here's just a little general store. I love the store in the junkyard theme in the show. So I wanted to sort of take homage to that here. So I built a little general goods store that's just got loads of random shit lying around. So what we're walking up to here is the docks, Chemicare, which is just a docks. It's just where people go, if they get sick or ill. Here is my good luck trailer park. Now this trailer park's interesting because you might see a couple of symbols here, so the great cons, the logos there. You can see the Adobe Homes through their little windows here. Now the great cons, they aren't as powerful as they used to be in my headcanon, but there's still a little bit of push with them, particularly the drug trade. The cons are known for that. So I wanted to sort of pay homage to them. I did think the cons are very biker MC-like, so I wanted to create a little garage and put a couple of bikes around and sort of set that theme. Here is the Adobe Homes. Now these Adobe Homes are interesting. This is from more of the NCR wives and children, so to speak. They might live here in this more fancy. I took inspiration from the original Shady Sands, and some of you might get a little bit of a reference there if it ain't too on the nose. But Shady Sands, it's built up on Adobe Homes, so I wanted to sort of pay homage to that. Now the NCR, I feel like the NCR would keep up that tradition. Now, where do all the poorer folk live? Where do the workers live? So this is Junktown, right? So Junktown is a farm, and it's just a couple of rundown areas where people can sleep and stay. It's not a very popular part of town, but it's a place where people can go if they don't have a lot of money to afford, let's say, one of the Adobe Homes, or be able to afford it to live in the boarding house. Now, as you can see down there, that is the reactor that's powering the whole settlement. This whole walled-off settlement is powered by this reactor. So this reactor is it's connected to the whole network. It's connected to the whole settlement, keeps everything turned on. I even built gun runners. So in my headcanon, the gun runners, they've moved from Vegas themselves. They've spread out. They've built more of these encapsulated little bunkers where they sell goods to people. So I wanted to keep that going, and I added a gun runners outside of the settlement. Now, the purpose of this settlement to the NCR is it's the NCR administration It's where people go to get their documentation to go into New California. And there is a reason to why my character is here. My character is on a mission to hunt a very specific vault dweller known as Hank. Now Hank is the reason that Shady Sands fell, and he's got a bit of a target on his back.
Where is Hank McLean? You just missed him. He's heading to Vegas.